Books and strategies which helped me for JEE, KVPY and Olympiads Part 2 by Tamajit Banerjee. Hello, this is Tamajit Banerjee. This is the continuation of the first part where I have already informed you about the books on maths I followed. I am making this video so that it can help all the aspirants in the journey. These are the books which I read and these helped me a lot. These are not the only books which can guide you because students have their own likings. It will vary from person to person. I am not advertising any book. This video mainly contains the names of the books along with their important chapters and some of my strategies. I believe that there are many more books which can help you in JEE. JEE is just a game of hard work, self-belief, confidence, patience, determination and perseverance. Try to enjoy the journey, and if Olympiads is not one of your goals, you can just sit for it for fun to check your brain power. Concepts of Physics by H.C. Verma. Must-do book, the most important book for any exam having physics as one of the subjects. Theory is good and the problems here will set the tone for your brain to do more standard sums. The problems cover all concepts. Try to do each and every sum yourself. NCERT and H.C. Verma is enough to do 29 out of 30 problems in JEE Mains and 50% of the sums in JEE Advanced. It is the first book you should aim to finish when you start a chapter. Then I recommend you to go either to University Physics or Resnick Halliday to again read the theory, and then you can safely go to I.E.Irodov. University Physics by Young and Freedman. Mainly a theory book just like H.C. Verma, but the concepts are better explained. It is a very good book for beginners and only the name is University, but it explains everything from basics. This book or Resnick must be your second theory book after H.C. Verma. Important book for KVPY interview as professors generally ask questions from theory. The modern physics chapters are good and covers everything in JEE Advanced, and it is worth reading for any exam starting from boards to INPHO. Problems in General Physics by I.E.Irodov. The best problem book for physics. Solving this book is more than enough for JEE Advanced problems. Covers all the concepts needed in any physics exam. Problems are thought-provoking and it is must if you are aiming for more than 65% score in physics section of JEE Advanced. It is important to try to do the sums on your own and not to see the solutions available online. Most of the sums require a lot of maths, especially calculus, so it is better to have a good knowledge of calculus beforehand or leave those questions for future. Problems in Physics by Krotov. Each and every problem is standard. The some are more physics oriented and less of maths. The problems in kinetic theory of gases, thermodynamics and optics are really good. If you have done Irodov, I will advise you to do the thermodynamics and the optics question from here. I did it before INPHO and the marks I got 41.5. There is mainly due to the help I got from this book and 200 puzzling problems book. Puzzling Problems by Peter Ginnard. Helped me in INPHO preparation. The sums in this book are not required for JEE Advanced at all. Since the sums are difficult, I did not waste time at my home solving it. Thanks to Kolkata traffic jam and strict attendance at school, I used to get a lot of time to boost up my thinking skills on unique physics problems, as I used to solve many problems in my traveling time, and it helped me make my concept stronger. In class 12, it is important to utilize time judiciously and do things you think will be beneficial. INPHO previous year papers. Helpful only if you are giving INPHO. Please do at least 5 previous year papers before the real exam and practice the graphs a lot, because in the exam graph contains a lot of marks and I personally feel it is difficult to draw graphs having proper scales without much practice. If you are well prepared for JEE, you can easily score 40% in this exam. An Introduction to Mechanics by Kleppner and Kolenkow, Nuclear Physics by Irving Kaplan, Introduction to Electrodynamics by Griffiths. These books are for extra reading. If you want, you can take help from these books. The book by Griffiths will be helpful only if you study from the first, but if you want to go to the depth of the chapter, then these books are ideal, will be beneficial for INPHO and APHO. Organic Chemistry by Solomons. GOC section is the best of this book, mainly SN1, SN2, E1, E2 and E1CB reactions. It is a good book for beginners, but try to stick to JEE syllabus. You can use this book for first reading even if the chapter has not been taught to you. Really even enough for INCHO. Also study the chapters for isomerization and stereochemistry very carefully and try to keep the definitions of all the terms like racemic mixture, optically active, chiral, amine inversion, chiral center, chiral axis, chiral plane, stereogenic center, center of symmetry, alternating axis of symmetry, plane of symmetry, inversion, stereospecific reactions, stereoselective reactions, etc. Crystal clear. I myself had a lot of confusion and wasted a lot of time on these in the last few days. Remember, organic chemistry is mostly of GOC. An Introduction to the Mole Concept by R.C. Mukherjee, an excellent book on physical chemistry covering all chapters for both beginners and intermediates. The solved examples are good. It covers all the topics needed in JEE Advanced, JEE Mains, WBJ and KVPY. I have not solved the exercises of this book, so I cannot comment about how much helpful the exercises are, but really a good book for clearing concepts. In this book, the important chapter is mole concept and a single sum is solved in many different ways in this chapter. I always prefer to use balanced equations in mole concept and then do the sum than to use the concept of equivalence. So try to stick to the basics and practice more and more so that you get used to the concept and the methods. Concise Inorganic Chemistry by Jedley. Undoubtedly the best book for inorganic chemistry. Try to stick to the JEE Advanced syllabus. If your only focus is JEE, for INCHO you have to go through the whole book. They usually take any one element they like and ask you about it. Study the D block very carefully for JEE and also the introductory chapters and coordinate compounds. Just try to understand it and try to write the important reactions in a copy and make small notes. Please finish NCERT Inorganic part first. Conceptual Physical Chemistry by Prabhat Kumar. Read this book for theory, good book, and this contains all the chapters of physical chemistry. Very good content in thermodynamics, states of matter and ionic equilibrium, sufficient for JEE. Chemistry of Polymers and Biomolecules by Chittaranjan Bhakta. NCERT is sufficient for polymers and biomolecules if you study each and every corners of it. But still I bought this book to get a little more knowledge about biomolecules and I had time and actually it helped me. It has some extra information on topics in JEE Advanced and I gave just 3 or 4 times reading of only those topics. It made biomolecules interesting even for a non-bio student like me. Reactions, Rearrangements and Reagents by S.N.Sanyal. This book is highly recommended. This book contains each and every important reactions, rearrangements along with correct migratory order and reagents. very important for JEE and INCHO. In JEE Mains 2019, a lot of importance was given to the reagents and how they react differently with different reactants and also in different conditions. Advanced Problems in Organic Chemistry by Himanshu Pandey contains many sums for practice. It contains sufficient number of questions. The answers mostly are correct. Good book for practice and helps you run into all reactions needed for any exam. Keep a reference book while solving this book. This book helps you get all the reactions on your fingertips and also their mechanism. I solved it completely and it helped me a lot. Problems in Physical Chemistry by Narendra Avasthi. Must do book for physical chemistry. The problems of level 2 are really standard and they cover all the concepts. If you have studied any chapter from some book, you can then move to level 1 for good practice, and then doing level 2 is must. And if you can solve level 2 problems yourself honestly, then you can be 100% sure that you are well versed with that chapter. Vogel's Qualitative Inorganic Analysis. Kindly study only those parts needed for JEE Advanced. If your school has a good lab facility and you have performed the qualitative test, then it will definitely help you a lot. This book contains many reactions which are out of the syllabus, but the group reagents and some information about the radicals are very helpful. Do not try to read all the reactions. The CBSE lab manual book for chemistry is also very important and good. Try to remember colors of radicals, products, solubility, how to separate, main reactions, flame test and dry test. Please do previous year papers of IIT JEE to get an idea about the syllabus and the type of questions asked. Chemical Kinetics by Santosh K.Upadhyay. Good book for studying chemical kinetics. The theory is good. I read the parts which are required in JEE Advanced. It helped me get an additional marks of 3 in JEE Advanced 2019, as there was a question on rate of reaction and the same question was given in NCERT, but the answer which IIT gave was different, though both the answers could have been accepted but they didn't. So again I am emphasizing that theory is important and study them from a standard book, and whenever you see a confusion, don't hesitate to ask your teachers. Atkins Physical Chemistry. Part 1 chapter of this book, that is equilibrium, is important. I read parts 1 and 2. Part 2 contains atomic structure related things and you can just give a reading of this part. Thermodynamics chapter is good and also the phase diagrams are discussed in details in this book. Separation of gaseous mixture by compression and condensation is very well explained here. INCHO previous year papers. The papers are really very good. This exam's syllabus is almost same as JEE except the inorganic part. The previous year papers can also be beneficial for JEE Advanced because of the good questions in physical chemistry. It tests your concept and the initial part of a question starts from the basics and then the difficulty level slowly rises. Helps in making your concept sharper, increases your knowledge. Organic Chemistry by Morrison and Boyd. A book similar to Solomon's. GOC part is again awesome, not so much ideal for first reading, but it contains some extra reactions and informations. Good book for INCHO and JEE Advanced. Thank you for watching. If you have found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video and share it, and please comment if it was beneficial or not.